Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app and you can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates and for revision PDF, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. Now please make sure that you join the right channel as there are multiple fake channels. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. CEF PPC, a scheme which was in news, is associated with which union ministry? So it is related to MOFPI, that is Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. Recently, union government approved 28 food processing projects and they are approved under this CEF PPC scheme. What is CEF PPC? It is creation and expansion of food processing and preservation capacities. So the objective of this initiative is to create food processing and preservation infrastructure so that more and more food can be processed and more food can be preserved. Now, present food processing minister is Narendra Singh Tomar. He manages the agriculture portfolio as well. So, he is agriculture minister as well. Now, recently he was in news because he virtually inaugurated Mega Food Park in Fagwada and it is in Punjab. Now, he was also in news as recently he unveiled Sahkar Pragya as Agriculture Minister. So the objective of the Sahkar Pragya initiative is to impart training to the primary cooperative societies. So we discussed three initiatives. One is Sahkar Pragya, another one is this Mega Food Park in Fagwada, and third one is this CEF PPC scheme. Next question is R.N. Chibbar, who passed away recently, was associated with which field? So he was associated to defense. He was retired Major General. He passed away recently. In addition to him, recently Congress leader Ahmed Patel passed away. In addition to him, recently TV actor Ashish Roy passed away. Legendary Diego Maradona passed away and he was from Argentina. Next question is, which is the headquarters of European Union's law enforcement agency Europol? So this is similar to Interpol. Interpol is international police. Europol is for European Union and the headquarters is in Netherlands. To be specific, it is in The Hague. So it is the law enforcement agency of European Union. Why it was in news recently? Because recently Europol, Interpol and Basel Institute on Governance organized 4th Global Conference on Criminal Finances and Cryptocurrencies. Now coming back to Interpol, so the headquarters of Interpol is in Lyon in France. India will host the Interpol conference in 2022. Previously, India was supposed to host G20 conference as well in 2022. Now, India will be the host in 2023. So, for 2022, the G20 event will be hosted by Indonesia. And Indonesia will be the host of ASEAN in 2023. Next question is, which organization announced to ship 2 billion COVID vaccines to the developing countries in 2021 as a part of COVAX initiative? So this was announced by UNICEF and it will deliver 2 billion COVID vaccines to the developing countries in 2021 as a part of this COVAX alliance. Now what is COVAX? It is an alliance to make sure that when a vaccine is developed, even the poor and backward countries can access it. So it is a alliance for the fair and equitable access to the vaccine. And it is a collaboration between WHO, Gavi and CEPI. WHO stands for World Health Organization, Gavi is the Global Vaccine Alliance and CEPI is Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. Recently, WHO was in news as USA quit WHO. Next question is, which tennis player has clinched the ATP Tour Finals 2020 in London? So he is Daniil Medvedev. He is from Russia and he defeated Dominic Thiem is from Austria. So now Daniil Medvedev from Russia defeated Dominic Thiem. He defeated Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. So he became the first man to defeat all three top-ranked tennis players. That is Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal and Dominic Thiem. Next question is, which country's central bank is the first in world to have 1 million Twitter followers? So it is our central bank, that is Reserve Bank of India. And it is the first monetary authority in the world to have this much followers. Recently, Reserve Bank of India was also in news because it proposed the merger of Lakshmi Vilas Bank with DBS Bank. So it is a Bank of Singapore. And recently, Union Cabinet approved this plan of merger. Now, Singapore was also in news as it is the headquarters of APEC, that is Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. And this year's APEC summit was hosted by Malaysia. Next summit will be hosted by New Zealand. Recently, New Zealand was also in news because of Greg Barclay. So, Greg Barclay was in news because he has been appointed as the new chairperson of ICC, that is International Cricket Council. The previous chairperson was Shashank Manohar and he stepped down few months ago, and therefore interim chairperson was appointed, and now new independent chairperson has been appointed, and he is Greg Barclay from New Zealand. The headquarters of ICC is in Dubai in UAE. Next question is, which Indian state has launched Abhyam app for the safety of women passengers? So this has been launched by Andhra Pradesh, and this app has been launched so that women can raise alarm in case of any emergency. Now, every year on 25th of November, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is observed. So it is observed on 25th of November. On the other hand, 24th of November was observed as Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur. So Guru Tegh Bahadur was the 9th Sikh Guru, and he had set up the community kitchens. Now 24th of November was also celebrated as the birth anniversary of Sir Chotu Ram, and he was the prominent politician. Recently, Prime Minister paid tribute to him on his birth anniversary on 24th of November. Next question is, as per the International Energy Agency, which country would be the world's biggest oil refiner by 2021? So far, USA was the biggest oil refiner. Now, China will be the biggest oil refiner by 2021 as per a report by International Energy Agency. Recently, China was also in news because of Chang'e 5 mission. So this is a mission for Moon, and the idea is to collect samples from Moon. And if China is able to do it successfully, then China will be the third country to do so after US and Soviet Union. So this Chang'e 5 is a spacecraft to collect samples from Moon. Next question is, which institution has developed a solar-powered unmanned autonomous survey craft for Indian ports? So this is unmanned, this is solar-powered, and this is a survey craft for Indian ports. That means it will survey the ports, and it has been developed by IIT Madras. So this can be utilized for ports and inland waterways. Recently, it was in news because it was successfully tested at Kamarajar Port. Now this Kamarajar Port is located in Ennore, and it is on the Coromandel coast. It is India's only corporatized port, and it is the first port in our country which is a public company. Next question is, who is the chairperson of Technical Committee of Jal Shakti Ministry which recommended 5 solutions for water sanitation? So this Jal Shakti Ministry constituted a technical committee, and the chairperson is K. Vijay Raghavan, and this committee recommended solutions for the water sanitation, and K. Vijay Raghavan is the principal scientific advisor to the Government of India. Now recently, one more personality was in news as MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, approved a research study on the status of radicalization in our country, and this study will be conducted by G.S. Bajpai. So please remember this name. Now it is important that so far the radicalization is not legally defined, and therefore it is misused sometimes. So the term radicalization is not legally defined, and this research study will try to legally define it, and therefore it will try to suggest amendments to UAPA, that is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967. Next question is, Asian Development Bank has approved $50 million loan to improve resource planning in which Indian state? So this is West Bengal, and this money will be utilized to improve the resource planning in West Bengal. Recently, West Bengal was in news because of first tram library. It was also in news because of first tire park. It was also in news because of world's largest solar tree. So world's largest solar tree is in Durgapur in West Bengal. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover certain events. So first is 80th All India Presiding Officers Conference. So President of India inaugurated this conference in Kevadia in Gujarat at the Statue of Unity. And this conference will be chaired by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. So President inaugurated it and chairperson is Lok Sabha Speaker. Next is Him Suraksha Abhiyan. Now one more thing. Why this conference was organized? This was organized to celebrate Constitution Day. And Constitution Day is celebrated on 26th of November. Why 26th of November? Because on 26th of November in 1949, we adopted Constitution of India. And this became effective from 26th of January in 1950. Next is Him Suraksha Abhiyan. So it was started by Himachal Pradesh government. So idea is to make people aware about COVID-19, and it will also try to spread awareness about different diseases such as TB, blood pressure, leprosy. So it will try to spread awareness about all these diseases. It is an initiative by Himachal Pradesh. Next is University of Lucknow. So Lucknow is in Uttar Pradesh. Recently this university was in news because this year it completes 100 years of establishment. It was established in 1920. And on this occasion, Prime Minister will virtually attend the celebration event. And Prime Minister will also launch a commemorative coin for this event and a postage stamp for this event. And this postage stamp has been issued by India Post. Next is market capitalization. So recently SDFC Bank crossed the market capitalization of 8 trillion. In terms of market capitalization, SDFC is on 3rd position. Reliance is on 1st position with market capitalization of approximately 13 trillion. TCS is on 2nd position with market capitalization of approximately 10 trillion. And SDFC is on 3rd position. Next is Pilbhit Tiger Reserve. So it is in Uttar Pradesh. Recently, it was in news because it won the first ever international award, TX2. Why this award was given? For doubling the tiger population. TX2 stands for doubling the tiger population. Actually, this initiative is a step by WWF, that is Worldwide Fund for Nature, and it was launched at 2010 in St. Petersburg Tiger Summit. So this was launched to increase the tiger population, and under this program, the tiger range countries committed to double the number of wild tigers by 2022. That we will try to double the number of tigers by 2022. And recently in this context, Pilbhit Tiger Reserve in Uttar Pradesh won the award because it has already doubled the number of tigers. In 2014, it had only 25 tigers. Now in 2018, it had 65. Next is Reinvest 2020. So Prime Minister will inaugurate this, and this is going to be the 3rd summit. Now what is the full form of Reinvest? Reinvest stands for Renewable Energy Investment Meeting and Expo. So it is a summit organized by MNRE. What is MNRE? It is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. And the theme for this year's Reinvest Summit is Innovations for Sustainable Energy Transition. So the theme is Innovations for Sustainable Energy Transition. Next is Pangda village. So recently this village was in news because it is a border village which has been set up by China, and it is set up in the territory which is disputed between Bhutan and China, and that's why it was in news. Next is progress report on National Nutrition Mission. So this is Poshan Abhiyan. Recently Niti Aayog released a progress report on the National Nutrition Mission. Now this is your homework. Please read about Poshan Abhiyan and please read about the key points of this progress report on National Nutrition Mission which has been released by Niti Aayog. Next is India's official entry for Oscars. So Jallikattu is India's official entry for Oscars in the foreign language category film. In the foreign language film category. And this Jallikattu is a Malayalam film. Next is Vijay Kumar Sinha. So recently he was elected as the Speaker of Bihar Assembly. And he is from BJP, that is Bharatiya Janata Party. And for the first time, BJP got Speaker in Bihar. Pro-Tem Speaker was Jitan Manchi. Now answer in comment box what is the difference between Pro-Tem Speaker and Speaker. Next is Nobel Peace Prize 2021. So recently Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, these two were nominated for Nobel Peace Prize 2021 for their efforts to normalize ties between the two countries. Next is Shukriyan mission. So it is a mission for Venus. Venus is described as Earth's twin, and this is a mission by ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. Next is 2020 Afghanistan Conference. So recently this conference was organized, and from Indian side, Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar participated. And this was organized by UN, Government of Afghanistan, and Government of Finland. And the theme of this conference was peace, prosperity, and self-reliance. And India announced more than 100 projects worth $80 million for Afghanistan. So that was all for the day. Thank you.